Yeah, today's discussion we are going to discuss on filters on date. So normally we are going to generate some reports, or we are going to create some reports uh, based on a dimensions or a measures. But we discussed about filters on uh, context, what we call as a data source filter. So where we can filter out some part of data in a backend, and also we can discuss the same thing like we discussed on uh, a filters on dimensions and also quick filter. So now we are going to discuss on a simple concept like a filters on a dates. So just drag and drop order date here. Just drag and drop order date here. By default, here with this particular data, right? So this particular data, it shows year of order date. This particular data shows year of order date, but in my database I don't have a column called year. So by using year functions or a string functions, we can create a particular column called year. So for example, you have so try to create a calculator column. So if you want to create a calculation column, we can create a column. So simply we can go with the year function takes year data type, so year of order date. So this gives year of order date. This gives a simple column called year. By default it goes to measures. So remember, right, so measures, we can convert measures to dimensions and dimensions to measures. So just drop here, just drop here. Now you can see the change of a color, so it changes to dimension. So drop year of order date and drag and drop year into rows. Now you can see straight away it displays year here. So you can create year, month, quarter, or any kind of a field. So today our main discussion is on a filters. So filters on a dates. So if you want to filter out according to date, right, so we can straight away place year, or you can see year wise. This is simple filters on a dimension, but date related thing is different. So now just drag and drop, just create a simple report like region wise, category wise, sales. So this is simple region wise, category wise sales, or just place here central category. And I want to make use of some filter condition based on a date. So just drag and drop order date here. Order date, now you can see if you want to filter out according to year wise, straight away you can filter out, click on year. Now you can see you can select some of the years and you can work on. So click OK and right click on a particular filter, show quick filter. So this is simple dimensional filter, right? So when you are working with date related thing, so just drop filter here and drag and drop the same filter, or just drag and drop year filter. So now straight away you are seeing year filter here. If you drag and drop year into filter, you can see year straight away. So that is called as a, or what we call as a year dimensional filter. But just drag and drop order date here. Just drag and drop order date here. So click on, you have an option called relative date. You have an option called relative date. So relative date, or you have an option called range of dates. So double click on relative dates. So now you can see relative dates, range of dates, start date, end date, special characters. So normally we have different types of dates. So just concentrate, we have relative dates and a range of dates. One second. So if you're working with relative dates, right, you can go for a year wise. So first January 2016 to 12th December 2016. But when it comes to relative dates, right, when it comes to relative dates, so now you can check with the data. So just drop order date here. We have 2011, 12, 13, 14, or 4 years of data. But when you are working with relative dates, now you can see when you are working with relative dates, so you have only you have only like up to 14 data, but we selected this year. Now you can see this year is nothing but a 2016 year data, but I want to see 2014 data, so just go with the previous year. Still I'm not getting any uh, data. So now click on last 3 years. Now you can see last 3 years, right? So when it comes to last 3, it takes current, so 2014 to 2016 data. So that's the thing. If you want straight away, like if you want to check with the relative dates, I want to go with the last 2 years data, or last 3 years, or last 4 years. Now you can see last 4 years, right? So up to 2013. So 2016 to 2013 data. So you can go with the last 6 years data. But in my database, I have only data like up to 2014. So I want to customize some of the things, like when it comes to this year, I want to showcase 2014 data, current year data, because my business data is on a 2014. So it depends, like we can select weekly, or we can select month level, or a quarter level, or a year level. So it depends on a scenario, or it depends on a reporting. So you can straight away select days as well. So I want to see last 6 days, or last 5 days of data. So that is what a relative date. So you can go for a relative date and you can select on, but we have an option where right click, you can click on a filter relative dates. You have an option called anchor relative to date. So what is meant by anchor relative to date? So anchor date is nothing but you can select anchor date, and if you want to offset 2014 data, so select 2014, and now you can see, so last 6 years of data, or current year, or anchor year. Now you can see anchor year is nothing but 2014 data. So click OK. Now you can see you can showcase current or last years, or what we call as the actual data. So according to my business data, right? So I have 2014 of data. So you can select quarter, you can select month, weeks, or days. So click on years. You can go for anchor year. Now you can see, or you can go for a previous year, it's 2013, or last 3 years, so up to 2012, 13, 14. So it depends on an anchor year. You can set an anchor year and you can work on. So right click, click on a filter, so years, anchor year. You have to set an anchor year, and it takes year wise. But if you want to work with a quarter wise or a month wise, right? So you can change, like just click on a drop down, you can select month wise. So now you can see every month wise data. So this is simple reporting, like this is month wise data. So now drop down, you can go with a month filter. I want to go with the anchor month. So what is meant by anchor month? So I selected, so initially it takes year, right? So initially it takes year, like up to 2014, January 2014 to like December 2014. But anchor month is something where you set December. So right click on a particular order date filter, click filter. Now you can see anchor month is, it takes February. So it takes February. That's the reason why it is displaying February. So if you want to work with a particular month, you can set a month data. If you want to work with the day level, you have to set that particular day. So anchor month is something, it takes a perfect month. So this is 2, like I'm going for a straight away 12 and 01, or you can go with the 31. So click apply, click OK. Now you can see December data. So it takes anchor month, or I want to go with the last or a previous month, right? November, or I want to showcase last 3 months. So now straight away it displays last 3 months sales. So it is flexible, where you can go for a relative date filter. So click on a week level data, or you can go with the last 3 weeks of data. So in a December, I can calculate last 3 weeks, or you can go for a next 3 weeks of data. So current week to next week. So current date to next week. So if you have any data, right, it takes next week of data. So that is what you have, an anchor week, and you can go with the anchor relative to date. So it displays year wise. So now you can see when I select years, right, it takes anchor year, anchor quarter, so it displays last quarter. It displays a last, or anchor is something like a last or a December month. So this is what anchor or a relative date filter. So simple, but yeah, we have to go for a like it depends on the data. So if you are dealing with month level or a year level, or you can select last 3 months or last 4 months, or you can deal with a quarter wise data as well. So that is anchor year or a relative date filter. So if you want to work with different kinds of a data or a different year wise or a things, right, you can just drag and drop order date here, order date, and you have an option called relative date and range of dates. So now we can work with the range of dates. So just drag and drop a subcategory and sales. So drag and drop order date here. So you have an option called range of date. Just select range of date. It is similar to same filter. Now select range of dates. So it is similar to measure. It is similar to measures, or what we call as a range of values. So we already seen with measure filter. So just drag and drop sales into filter. You have an option called all values. So click on all values. Now you can see a range of values. It is similar to, you can set the range like a minimum value and a maximum value, and you can go with the filter condition. So we have an at least, you have an utmost and special. So just remember, we have a range of values, at least, at most, right? So similar to that, we have order date, or we have a date filter with range of dates. Range of dates, you can select OK. So click OK, right click on an order date, show quick filter. Now you can select the range of dates. You can set the minimum date and you can set the maximum date. So this is simple as a filters as a measures. So click this particular icon and drop down. You can see a relative date, range of dates, start date, end date, and you can browse a period. So I want to select last day, or a 1 week, or a last month, or 3 months of data, or you can go with the 1 year, or you can go with the 5 years. So it shows when I click on a 1 year, right, so it does not display because we are working with a range of dates. So right, so just drag and drop order date into filters. So we are working with a range of dates now. So already discussed with the relative dates. In relative dates, the only point important is we have to set an anchor date, anchor relative to date. So if you want to calculate a particular date wise sales, right, so you have to set a particular date called as an anchor relative to date. So now click on range of dates. Only relevant values, or all values in a database. Better to go for only relevant values because it shows at the actual values, right? So range of dates, click OK, right click, show quick filter, and you can set the date, or just drag and drop order date into column level. So now you can filter out year wise or quarter wise. So now you can see 2012 data wise, so 2013. So if you're working with 2014, you can filter out unwanted data. So this is simple setting a range, or setting a minimum value and a maximum date. So now we have another option called right click, like a same filter range of dates, but we have an option called start date. So you can set only a start date. We cannot set for the max date, because sometimes if you are working with real-time data, we cannot go for a real like a max of date, or we cannot set for a minimum date or maximum date. So no need to set for a current date, because every time, right, it takes the runtime date or a newly loaded date. So we cannot go for a like max of date. So better to go for a minimum of date. So I want to set only a minimum range of date. So you can set only a minimum value or a minimum date related thing. So it is similar to at least in a measure filter. So this is what, like you can set a minimum range of date by using a range of dates, or you can go with a maximum date. So if you want to work with the end date, so you can go with the end date. So you can set only the max of date. So I want to see showcase some particular date related sales, right? So you can showcase end date as well. Simple, but just remember about relative dates. Drop down, you have an option called relative date. So it depends, like so click on a year by sales, or last 3 years. Now you can showcase, it depends, like it takes today's date, so that's the reason why it displays only 2014 data. So that is a range of dates or a relative dates. So it's a simple concept, like when you're working with the date related filters. So this is filters on dates. So we already discussed with the filters on dimensions, filters on measures, and filters on dates. But now the next concept is a global filter. The next concept is like a global filter. So what is meant by a global filter? We already discussed with a quick filter. We already discussed with a data source filter, filters on dimensions, measures, and dates. But global filter is simple, where you can filter out some part of data, filter out us, or you can apply some particular filter in one particular sheet, and you can set, or you can assign this particular filter to or across different sheets. So you can target from one particular sheet to other sheets as well. That is simple as a global filter. So create a simple report called category wise sales. So this is simple category wise sales, and click on a show me and apply some pie chart. So just drag and drop category into labels. So, or just go back, category into labels. So this is technology wise sales, or if you want to showcase the sales, just drag and drop sales as well. So this is simple pie chart. Now you can create another chart. You can create a simple chart, or a, so this is pie chart, and just go with a category and subcategory and click on sales. This is category wise subcategory sales, and just drop the same category into color, differentiate with the color. This is category wise sales, this is subcategory wise sales. Now I'm going to create a simple report, category and region wise, category region wise sales, right? And you can apply some different color as well, so every particular region wise sales. So now drop color, or region into labels. So this is every particular region wise sales, central. So we do have a three reports, or a three sheets, right? While working with three sheets, so my requirement is, whenever I apply a particular filter on pie chart, I want to reflect the same in a sheet 4 and a sheet 5. So similar to source to destination. So I want to apply a filter on a first sheet, and the same thing, right? So it has to reflect in a sheet 4 and a sheet 5. So we have a common column. We have a common column called category in all the three reports. Category in all the three reports. Now you can see category wise, category, subcategory sales, category region sales, and you can see category wise sales. It's a simple pie chart. So now just drag and drop the same thing. Now just drag and drop category into filter. So this is global filter. We are going to discuss on a global filter. So category on a filter, click on a drop down. You have an option called apply to worksheets. You have an option called apply to worksheets. So what is the use of apply to worksheets? So by default it checked with the only this sheet, only this particular worksheet. But you can go with apply to worksheets, right? You can go with apply to worksheets, and all using this particular data source. We are using sample superstores data. So apply to worksheets, all using this particular data source. Straight away you can apply data source, like all using this particular data source. So you have a symbol called data source symbol. So similar to data source, or a live connection symbol. So now you can see it's a symbol where you can differentiate. It's a data source filter. And now just go with sheet 4. Now you can see we do have a same filter symbol with the same category. Just go with sheet 5, the same thing, right? So it's a condition where I want to apply the same filter across all the sheets. All the sheets is nothing but a, so now you can see I don't have category. I don't have category in this particular report, but I just mentioned apply my filter in all the worksheets. So I didn't target sheet 4 and sheet 5. So I just use apply to worksheets all using this data source. So straight away this particular filter, right? So it is going to select all over the sheet level, all the sheets. Whenever you are going to create this particular or create a report based on this particular data source, right, it is going to reflect in each and every sheets. So try to create a simple view region wise. Now you can see when I place any dimension, right, when I'm trying to place any dimension like country wise, so by default it takes the map related thing, so just cancel. So click OK. So now just drag and drop product ID here. Or subcategory. So just drop subcategory here. So still it is creating a map. So yeah, we'll wait for that. But so whenever I'm going to create a simple sheet or a simple report, by default it is going to generate a data source or apply this worksheet as a apply to worksheet by using this particular data source. So that is what the main difference. So already given a question like now you can differentiate. So what is the difference between between global filter and data source filter? So what is the difference between global filter and data source filter? So that is a question where we can discuss on like so global filter is nothing but global filter is where you can set this particular filter condition across all over the sheets, and data source filter is simple like a data source filter is we are going to filter out unwanted data in a backend. Like backend is nothing but in Tableau data source, so it is going to reflect in all over the sheets. So simple like it is almost similar to data source filter, right? It is almost similar to data source filter, but we have an option where we can set this particular filter as a uh, we can set this particular filter as a global filter, and we can the limit the destination sheets as well, limit the destination sheets as well. So click OK. Now click on a drop down. You have an option called apply to worksheets all using this data source, or you can go for a selected worksheets. So my simple requirement is I want to go for only these three sheets, or a sheet 4 is my simple sheet, or what we call as a category wise subcategory sales. Sheet 6 or a sheet 5 is a region wise subcategory sales. So I just want to apply the same filter condition for sheet 4 and sheet 5, right? So click on a drop down, apply to worksheet, select the worksheets. Now you can sheet 4, select sheet 4 and select sheet 5. Click OK. Now you can see the symbol has been changed. So initially it shows data source filter or a data source symbol, and now we have a symbol called as a simple to a sheet symbol or a view symbol. So just go with sheet 4 and just go with the sheet 5. So now you can check with the symbol. So go with sheet 4 and go with sheet 5. So it reflects in both the sheets like a sheet 3, sheet 4 and sheet 5. Now you can differentiate with the data source filter and a global filter. So data source filter is where you can filter out unwanted data in a backend. So no need to write, it is not going to reflect in a Tableau a sheet level. So if you want to restrict unwanted data, right, straight away you can use data source filter. But global filter is simple where it showcase we can take that particular dimension. So similar to data source filter, we can restrict that particular data. But if you want to apply only one particular sheet, or if you want to apply some of the sheets, right, you can go with the worksheets, like apply to worksheets. That is simple differentiation. So you can differentiate with a global filter and a data source filter. So global filter is simple, where if you want to restrict a particular filter across all the sheets, you can go with the data source filter, or if you want to restrict this particular filter across selected worksheets, you can go with the selector apply filter to worksheets, selected worksheets only. So this is what a simple thing like a global filter and the differentiation. So you can differentiate like if you have a project where if you have to do some analysis based on the filter conditions or reports, right? Just remember like remember the symbols. So concentrate on the symbols where you can identify each and every particular data type and a column, right? So this is global filter. This is global filter where it showcase apply to worksheets only, selected worksheets, where you can differentiate with all using this data source. It shows data source symbol. So that is what a global filter or a data source filter. So we have discussed with so types of filters. So important. So the basic concepts like we discussed with data source filter. Next, quick filter and filters on dimensions, measures, next dates. So we completed with filters on dimensions, measures and dates, and we done with a global filter. And next concept is we have a concept called as a context filter. So we do have a cascading filter as well. So global filter, data source filter. So we do have some relationship between global filter and a data source filter. Just concentrate on these two things, data source filter and a global filter. You can expect an interview question like on this differentiation. So quick filter is used for interactivity. Just remember, quick filter is used for user interactivity. So when we enable quick filter, right, you can interact with that particular filter. So filters on dimensions, measures and dates, or simple filters where you can filter out based on the dimensions or a measures or a dates. So global filter is a functionality where you can target one particular sheets or all the sheets. So by using apply this particular filter to all using data source, or you can go with a simple filter or what we call as a you can go with the only one particular sheet, or you can apply to some of the worksheets. So next concept is context filter. So in Tableau it differentiates like a context filter is a concept where for an interview purpose, right, it is very much a pretty much important question like for an interview. So context filtering. So but why we go for context filter? Sometimes in a performance tuning, right, so we do go for a context filter. So context is nothing but it's an independent filter. Context filter is an independent filter. So context filter is an independent filter, and performance wise, right, so we can choose context filter as well. So normally if you're working with a performance tuning or something, right, so if you want to increase the performance sometimes like it changes like it differentiates. So context filter gives a better performance than a normal filter. So I'm going to explain some of the differentiation with one particular scenario, right? Context filter. So we have discussed with all kinds of filter, but when it comes to contexting, you can differentiate. So category and subcategory, and you can click on a sales. So if you are working with category, subcategory, sales, right, so this is data source filter, apply data source, or just drop data source filter and apply some color, and you can go with a simple bar chart, right? So context filter is nothing but a filter where it acts as an independent filter, and it showcase in a gray color. So when you apply a context filter, so just drag and drop category and click OK. So where should I apply a context filter? So simple, click on a drop down You have apply to worksheets, you have a quick filter, and you have a add to context filter as well. So click on add to context. So no change here, but you can see the change in a filter shelf. So this shows in a gray color. Normally just drag and drop a particular filter, right? It shows in a simple blue color, or it depends on a dimension. So dimension shows in a blue color. So it shows in a blue color, and context filter shows in a gray color. So the reason is, so it differentiates with other category, or other dimensions. That's the only reason. And we have a subcategory filter and a category filter. So I just want to change the order of category. Now you can see I want to change the order of category, but by default it sets in a first level. It sets in a first level, or by when it comes to order wise, it starts with the first. So context filters rates, or stores, or it lists first in a filter shelf. So this shows first, when we apply a filter, context filter is going to apply first. When we apply filter, context filter is going to apply first, then subcategory, or then other filters. So this is independent filter. So in a backend context filter, right, in a backend context filter creates a temporary table, or a temporary table. It's a kind of a table, or a temporary field, where it stores the context filter relative date, and which gives a better performance. So straight away when we apply a particular filter, right, so it generates a context, or it generates that particular filter as a temporary file, and we can showcase that particular data. So contexting I can differentiate. So like not much difference, but we can differentiate with the context. So right click show quick filter, with a context and a normal filter. Now select with furniture, so you can uncheck furniture. Now you can, it is similar to normal filter, right? Or you can select with binders, bookcases, chairs, almost similar to the same dimension filters with a combination of quick filters. But you have an option called drop down. Now you can see only relevant values, but we do have a new column, or a new drop down called as a all values in a context. All values in a context. So we have an option called only relevant values, all values in a context. So I can explain only relevant values. So next concept is the same, like a cascading filter. So I can differentiate with the cascading filter, all values in a context. So click on all values in a context. Now you can see, so we selected all values in a context. Now select technology. So when it comes to technology, or click on uncheck office suppliers, now this particular filter is going to change. So it's a dependent filter, like a parential filter. So drop down all values in a database. Now uncheck technology. Now you can see there is no reflection in a child filter, that is called subcategory. So if you want to affect this particular filter, right, if you want to affect, this is called as a cascading filter. It is similar to cascading. So I can showcase the other differentiation. But when you see, like click on a technology, select technology. Now you can showcase all the values. Uncheck technology, but I do have a technology related information. Now uncheck office suppliers. I do have office suppliers related information. So uncheck accessories, appliances. There is no reflection in my data. So no user, or any particular user, right? So they don't want to showcase unwanted data in my filter condition. Then you can go with the contexting, or we have only relevant values. So I can discuss on this particular point. But all values in a context shows. So when you unselect a particular value, so drop down, click on all values in a context. So now you can see, click on technology, you can show technology related information, furniture, office suppliers. Now you can see, now you can select machines if you want, or you can go with the quick filter. It's a kind of a filter where you can also set all values in a context. So that is one difference. And when it comes to differentiation with a contexting, right? So we already discussed with a context filter. Context filter is an independent filter. It stores or it generates temporary file. So now I'm going to differentiate with a context filter. So normally click on a sorting, right? So just drop down category. So just drop category here. So I don't want to list category here, but I want to apply context filter here with color differentiation, right? So I just apply color differentiation with a category. So I'm going to apply a simple condition. I'm going to apply a simple condition on top of my subcategory, on top of subcategory. So click on top, by field, top 10 records. Click OK. So it's a simple report, so no confusion here. It's a simple report. So normally we have a category wise sales or a category subcategory wise sales. So when you are working with when we are working with a category wise or a subcategory wise sales, right? So we apply top 10. So now you can see top 10 related information. So limit top 10 by sales. So uncheck appliances. If there is any appliances, now you can see when I uncheck appliances, it takes top 10 records. Still it is going to take top 10 records. Now select appliances. Now appliances is on a top 10. It's a simple differentiation. So I just want to differentiate one particular point. Now uncheck phones. Phones, I'm going to list out top 10 records. Now you can see 10 records, right? So here we have 10 rows. So when I'm going to uncheck phones, by default it takes chairs as a first thing or a first number by value, and you can see top 10 records. So when I unselect one particular point, right, it has to show 9 records, but my limitation is 10 records. So it takes 10 records. So this is one point. So if you want to list out all the 10 records, so you can limit 10 records, but it takes all the records and it is going to calculate still every time. So every time when I unselect one of the particular value, right, so click on binders. Now you can see there is reflection. So click on chairs, there is reflection, but it displays 10 records, right? So according to this particular selection, it displays 10 records. So this is one point. But so we do have a furniture related information. So now drop down, remove from context. So just concentrate. So drop down, I'm going for a single value list. So my user selection is only for a single selection. So now select furniture. So how many values it is going to display? So furniture color is, so click on furniture. Now you can see 3 values: chairs, tables, bookcases, right? So according to my particular analysis, I do have only 3 elements in my top 10. 3 elements in my top 10. So when I select furniture, it has to showcase 3 elements: chairs, tables, bookcases, right? So click all. Now you can see it shows all the 10 values. Or click on office suppliers. Still it is going to showcase 3 values, because in office suppliers in top 10 we do have only 3. Now select office suppliers, you can showcase 3 values. So click on technology, it showcases 4. So furniture 3, office suppliers 3, technology 4. Total we do have a 10 values. But when we are discussing with contexting, right? So click on a drop down, add to context. Click on a drop down, add to context. So now select furniture. Now you can showcase all the values in a furniture. You can differentiate. Now select furniture, you can go with the all values in a furniture. But remove context filter. Now you can see only 3 values. Drop down, add to context, you can show 4 values. So context filter is an independent filter. We do have a limitation by top 10, but when I'm going to select furniture, it has to showcase only 3 values, because in my top 10 I have 3 values. But when it comes to context, so if you want to check with all the data or all information in category, right, you can showcase, or you can go with the context filter. So it's a subset where you can showcase all the values in a category, but it takes the limitation, because when you select office suppliers, now you can see office suppliers, it is going to display 9 rows, but in my reporting, or in my top 10, I don't have a office suppliers 9 records. I do have only 3 records. We already checked with 3 records information. So that is what like a context filter. So click on technology, you can showcase 4 values. So it's a simple filter: furniture, office suppliers, technology. Click all, it showcase 10 values. So that's the main differentiation with the context filter. So you can go with the contexting. So if you want to showcase subset of data, go with the context. Subset of data, go with the context, and it is similar to independent filter. And I will explain the same context filter scenario in a percentage calculation. So the same scenario percentage, like it helps, not helps, but in some cases we do have to apply some context filter. So this is what context filter is, where you can differentiate. So now select furniture. So this is a simple differentiation. So in a furniture we do have 4 values. Straight away it is going to display 4 values, but remove context, now you can see only 3 values. This is the actual values, but you can work with context, you can work with the differentiation. So when I'm going to remove context, right, so add to context, now you can also see the filter reflection here. I want to apply context filter and apply the same as a cascading filter as well. So when I select a particular quarter, right, so if you have a quarter wise analysis, when I select Q1, right, so here in I do have a month, so let us take I have a month. So when I select quarter, it has to display only that related quarter related month information here. So that is simple cascading filter. So for tomorrow, right, I can explain, I can start with the cascading filter. So for tomorrow I'm going to start with a cascading, and I'm going to start with hierarchies. Groups, if possible I can complete with the sets. So the main discussion is like a hierarchies. These 3 concepts are very important: hierarchies, groups, and a set. So for tomorrow I will finish it off with these 3 concepts, and just go with the cascading. So I will explain the same cascading filter as well with a different approach. We do have a differentiation, we can differentiate with a cascading filter as well. So it is also called as a nested filter or dependent filter. So one particular filter is going to depend on other filter or a parent-child relationship. So when I select office suppliers, right, it is going to showcase office suppliers related information here. So that's relevant data, or we can differentiate. But just go with all these options. Already we discussed about customize, all button, apply button. So click on apply. So if you want to apply, so you can have an apply button, but still we have applied with some limitation. So just go with these particular options. Go to customize, check with single value drop down slider. So it depends. So we can discuss with all these options relevant values, or we can go with the customize, and I'm going to discuss on this particular point, show more or a fewer button for tomorrow. So that's it. Like we can discuss more on things like a hierarchies, group, and sets. Yeah, thanks.